What is CCM music? It's contemporary Christian music, and it's awesome. That was the first music I played. I mean, being a minister's son, of course, but contemporary Christian music, my first band was a band that was called Discovery. We had an agent who booked us, and we played a lot around Pennsylvania and Ohio. And that band was a lot of fun, Discovery. We took my dad's church van. I played guitar and sang in it, and we had a piano player, two of them, and drums and bass player and the keyboard player. Joy Dell has since become my sister-in-law. She married my brother, who was the sound man. So neat things happen with music, when you're in a band. A lot of good things happen. I mean, they've been married for 40-some years now, and that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Our bass player was John Longo. He has since passed away, but his wife was Carolyn Keggy. That's right, Phil Keggy's niece. And she sang with us for a while. So a lot of neat stuff happens in music. You get to meet all these neat people. But then after that made its progression and we moved on in life, I was selling a keyboard. I think it was a Technics keyboard. It was or Sanyo. It was an off-brand neat thing. This guy comes up, Alan McFarlane. He's going to buy my keyboard. Neither one of us were in a band at the time. So I'm like, hey, we should start a band. Yeah. And we were both Christians and contemporary Christian music. Yeah. So let's do contemporary Christian music. I asked my dad, what do you think we ought to call ourselves doing Christian music? He said, how about the Sons of Thunder? There was two of them, in the Bible. So we called ourselves the Sons of Thunder. And we went out and we played a lot of shows. Alan McFarlane and I, we both played keyboards, so that was neat. He was an awesome drummer, by the way, but we, with only two of us, we did keyboards and guitars. And we played that way for, I think, a couple years. And then we were doing a show, and this guy comes up, hey, I play bass guitar. Mind if I set in with you guys? I'd like to do Christian music. We're like, wow, that'd really be neat. Well, we couldn't believe it, this guy, because he was pretty good, He was a real bass guitar player, and to be honest with you, we weren't that great. Rather thrilled to death that this guy wanted to play bass with us. So Dean Welch, he starts playing bass with us, and man, that took the one over to, at that time we changed our name. We figured it was three of us. We couldn't be the Sons of Thunder no more. So we became One Over. That's WONOVER. One Over, okay? And that was kind of a neat name, and it was catchy. So we had a bass player. So now there's three of us in this band, and we're all great, Dean really upped our game because he's a good bass player, real good, okay? So, and we couldn't believe it, this guy with all these skills wanted to play with us. And Dean's a big guy. On stage, he looks awesome. He got the long hair, and he's a big, good-looking boy. And Alan and I, we're kind of, short in stature, and we're not real big guys. And I won't speak for Alan, but, I ain't that great looking. So we were thrilled to death to have Dean up there on stage with us. So the three of us, we played for a couple years that way. It was a lot of fun. Through the music, Dean met his wife, Cindy. Later on, Alan was working with this girl in the studio, helping her make music for some school event. And maybe it was college by that time. It was high school, I think. And her name was Amy. And Amy started singing lead with us. So then we got Amy. There was four of us. We're in our 30s, I think, by then. At least Alan and I were. Dean might have been late 20s, and Amy was younger. Then there were four of us. One Over was four of us. And we went on to do a lot of shows that way in the tri-state area, and a lot of shows, and a lot of churches, and we did, you name it, anywhere a contemporary Christian music band could play, we played it, okay? Fairs, the whole works. So with the four of us, One Over. And that was so much fun. And we did that for, probably a decade and a half with the four of us. And it was just amazing. Then life got busy. My wife and I's daughters got older. And so no time for bands no more. And things change. We're like family to this day. Alan and his wife, and Dean and his wife, and Amy and her husband, who she met through us playing shows at First Baptist Church. Yeah. So music has been a huge part of my life, especially CCM music. That's what got this whole thing going with this recording studio. You know, we had to record our music. At that time, we were selling cassettes. We made a lot of cassettes. We sold them at our shows and gave them away. But that's my story of CCM music, contemporary Christian music. How come I keep saying CCM music when CCM is music? Contemporary Christian music. Okay, there we go. I'll get it straight. Hey, you got to give me a break. I'm getting old, right? But hey, this is Studio Hermit Ed. I hope you liked my little story about contemporary Christian music and the first bands I played in. If you did, make sure and subscribe and hit the like button down there, because it makes an old guy feel better. You know, it does my heart good when you subscribe. I mean, when I make these stupid videos, you know, I do this for posterity. Is that the right word? I don't know, but that's why I do it. Make these videos. You know, I don't get paid anything for making these yet. I don't have enough subscribers or time or however they do it, but I'm making these videos, you know, for you. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. This is Studio Hermit Ed signing off. Bye-bye.
No way to meet him halfway, though I lie to myself, forgetting he is the one. Save me from death. No way to meet him halfway, their shoes too big.